They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Four yards remaining now on second down. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And now running right through it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Webb. And this one's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again. Webb. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game you play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On the run, Darkwa. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
They'll run again now with Darkwa. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Here we go.
Now Webb. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The fourth-year man from LSU, Brad Wing, to punt it away. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
This is Kelly. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Cousins. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On first down, it's Webb. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
Yeah, maybe a little of both. The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Cousins now. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. On play action, Cousins. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On the run, it's Kelly. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. He's at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brandon Marshall with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession.
And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So 2nd and 10 here. Play fake. Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Beckham, the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
They'll run with Darkwan. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On 2nd down, Webb. Webb can't escape as he goes down. Zach Brown in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? Out of the gun, it's Webb. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Now a first down throw. Webb. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw on second down, here's Webb. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. In there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
Let's go! 3-19!
A play fake. Now Webb. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
To throw, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
A good pick up there at 20 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They go play action. Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll bring up second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Cousins again. Crowder's got it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Giant territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Cousins being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Second down now after the incompletion. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, it's Cousins. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
3rd and goal for Cousins. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll go again with Kelly. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points.
And now look at him go. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Orleans Darkwa with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They run with it. It's Kelly. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Redskins on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Play action, it's Webb. Steps away, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now Darkwan. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Webb. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Here's Brad Wing now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Cousins to throw it. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Redskins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins now from the 50. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Here's Darkwa. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? Webb now from the gun. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here's Brad Wing now. as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the drive starts with Rob Kelly. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd down, Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles. And against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Vereen, toss play. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's the Giants' first-year kicker, Aldrich Rosas, for the field goal attempt. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Rosas has pushed it to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, Throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here we go now. Boom, land it. Back to the young Philly. Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Second and very short here, less than a yard. And a give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Giants, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.